Right. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to my channel for the UEFA Europa League quarterfinal draw live reaction with my man Jimmy Funnel over here. Would you like to introduce yourself, Jimmy? Because some people might not know you. Of course, he has his own channel on YouTube, his podcast channel with his mate Andy, who's also my mate. But obviously, their link is down in the description. So if you haven't already, head over there and subscribe to them. I just done a podcast with them a couple of days ago, so do that. And now, Jimmy, yeah, introduce yourself, and you looking forward to the draw?
Yeah, so my name's Jimmy, Jimmy Funnel on Twitter. You can find me as well there. I'm doing good. Looking forward to the draw. Just got a hunch it's going to be Arsenal. What do you, what do you say?
Yeah, I just hope it isn't. I just really hope it isn't. I hope it isn't Arsenal, and I hope it isn't Napoli. And just to clarify, while I'm looking over there, that's where the TV is. That's why I'm watching the draw. So I can't exactly move the TV around wherever I want. So don't be confused if I look over there constantly. But yeah, obviously, the Europa League quarterfinal draw. They're also making the semi-final draw, which is interesting. Which is a change. I don't think that was the case before. Which is interesting. The same thing just took place for the Champions League, which I was meant to do in one stream, but I thought they were closer to each other, and I was like, I'm not going to sit here and chat shit for an hour. But yeah, who can we get in the quarterfinal? Obviously, Chelsea is one of the 8 teams, alongside Arsenal and Napoli, who we just mentioned already. And then there's also Villarreal, obviously from Spain. There's Valencia, obviously also from Spain. Benfica from Portugal. Eintracht Frankfurt from Germany. And Slavia Prague from the Czech Republic. I think that's all 8, isn't it?
That should be it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Arsenal as well, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So who do you personally, want to, be drawn against the most? Obviously, there's always, as a fan, there's always 2 different kind of ways to look at it. Solely from a sporting perspective, and then also as a fan, would we want to go to that game as an away day, for example? So, what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think we're going to be of the same mind here. I mean, it's nice to have a good game against good opposition, but this is about more than just having a good football game for us this season. We want to get into the Champions League. We need, Slavia Prague. Let's face it. I mean, they did kick out Seville, but Slavia Prague would be the best draw we could do here. Villarreal isn't that good. Valencia's been crappy this season. I think those 3 would be the most favourable draws. Benfica is always a tricky one. And as you already said, Arsenal, Napoli, that's going to be our toughest ones. I mean, don't you agree? I mean, it's got to be Prague. Everyone's going to be hoping for Slavia Prague.
Yeah, from a sporting perspective, for sure. I mean, the away game there is definitely not going to be easy. So it depends on always, do we play at home first? Do we play away first? So if we play at home first and get a good lead, probably calm. If we go there first and get an away goal, get a draw or something, probably calm as well. But it's, I don't think there's any particularly easy draw because, you saw it against Sevilla, like you said. No one ever expected Slavia Prague to get through against Sevilla. I mean, they got on the 2-2 away draw in Sevilla in the first leg, and then 2-2 after 90 minutes yesterday. Sevilla take the lead in extra time, and Slavia Prague just turned it around to win 4-3. So, it's definitely not, something to underestimate. Of course, we should still be able to beat them. But from a personal perspective, it's just nice to be able to drive to games rather than having to first drive to Munich and then fly to anywhere from there. So that's why I'd prefer one of Prague or Frankfurt, even though Frankfurt, well, is after Napoli and Arsenal, I think the toughest draw. So, I would fancy one of those 2 simply because it's much easier to drive places than to fly places when it's not the airport from your town. So I would, really enjoy that. Also, the atmosphere at Frankfurt is incredible. So I would love to just go there. Prague is a good trip. I wouldn't mind Benfica either. I've not been to Portugal before. And it seems like a trip worth it. Villarreal just seems a bit annoying because they don't even have a bloody airport. So you have to fly to Valencia and then take like a coach or rent a car to go to Villarreal. So that just seems a bit long. And as for Boop Deep, whatever that name is, asking when the draw is, well, officially it has started 4 minutes ago. What they're doing right now is basically just talking through, the ins and outs of it, if you will. So that's what we're doing right now. And, as soon as it starts, we will let you know. And, I don't think there's that much more to say on the Europa League draw for the time being until we are drawn. Obviously, I mean, Arsenal would just be annoying in every, by every stretch of the imagination. They're a tough team. We have struggled quite a bit against them this season. Okay, we beat them at home, but they beat us quite comfortably at theirs in January or February or whenever it was. January. So that's definitely would be a difficult one, and also as an away day, it's just dreadful if you just go across London, really.
But Laurenz, don't you think that Benfica's stronger than Frankfurt? I'm pretty sure. They
I mean,
have been tough over the years. They've got some great players. Not that
oh, for
Frankfurt
sure. Yeah, for sure over the years, without doubt. But I think Frankfurt are having a very strong season in the Bundesliga, and the way they got to where they are right now in the Europa League, I feel like they're a very good team. They're a very difficult and tricky opponent. You know, can't really think of the word, but just a bad opponent in quotation marks for Chelsea. The way they press and stuff, I think it would be a really difficult opponent for us. The way they play. So maybe that's just me, but I feel like they would be very difficult. Yes, Benfica aren't easy, but I feel like Benfica are more used to being in competitions like this, and for Frankfurt, this is not a yearly thing. So I feel like the motivation stuff as well, and with the fans, will be a bit of a push extra, especially in the away leg for us. But yeah, before obviously the Europa League draw starts, how about we chat some about the Champions League draw, which just took place, which I thought was pretty interesting. Do you know the results or the draws, or do you want me to just? All right. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think of the 4 games?
Well, it was kind of obvious that Liverpool was going to get the comfortable draw, weren't they? I mean, that was written in the stars. But there's some great games in there. Tottenham against City will be interesting. I mean, United Barca. It's going to be. I think that's the first time they faced each other since that final in 2-11, if I'm not mistaken. I think possibly. It was 2-10, 2-11, and that
haven't been in the Champions League that much since. So
yeah, that's true. And I think that's going to be a great game, but I don't think United is going to get through. I mean, it's going to be the City, Barcelona, Liverpool, and Juventus. You'd expect. So some good draws, but I think there's going to be the obvious ones that will go through.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you said, I mean, with the Liverpool one, at least they had a difficult draw in the round of 16 now. So I guess it's somewhat fair enough. They got an easier draw now. It's still lucky pricks, but it would have been even more annoying to me somehow if City got Porto now after just playing Schalke in the last round. So at least they got a somewhat tricky result. And also, thank God, Spurs got a difficult opponent, so they can be knocked out, because can't be having them in the Champions League semi-final. I mean, that would just be an absolute nightmare. So please, City, do a job and then lose to who would they be playing in the semis? Barca, would it? I think so.
Last year, you mean? Yeah.
No. If City go through, who would they play in the semi-final?
Well, I can't remember now anymore.
I've got it here. They would be playing Ajax or Juve.
Right. Well, that's not bad. I don't have a problem with City as such. I know there's been a lot of people saying, "Oh, City, we don't like them," but I couldn't care less about them. If they win against Barca or something, I'd be fine with that, because I like Barca far less than City, because for obvious reasons. Yeah. Thanks, Andres Iniesta. So.
Yeah, and whatever the ref's name was. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's just like, it's always nice that if we could continue singing, Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that to them. So just for that reason, it would be good if they didn't win the whole thing. I just like Barcelona for Messi. I don't really like anything or anybody else about them, in all honesty. But yeah, definitely will be interesting in the Champions League. Like you said, you would expect Man City, Juve. It would just be mad if Ajax can knock out Juve as well. But Man City, Juve in one semi-final, then probably Barcelona, Liverpool in the other.
Yeah.
So that will be very interesting, because let's say 2.5 very attacking teams, one pretty pragmatic team, and Liverpool is a lot more pragmatic this season than they were last season. Like, they beat Bayern 3-1, but didn't really do anything. Like, Bayern felt like they had all of the ball. Liverpool lost the ball constantly, but just scored 3 goals anyway.
Yeah.
So it will certainly be interesting. It looks like they're about to start with the Europa League draw, which is good, because as long as we're not in the Champions League, it's not that interesting, is it?
No, that's not really the case. But I mean, it's always good to keep an eye on the competition. But
oh yeah, for sure. And at the end of the day, as much as we're Chelsea fans, we're also football fans, and we're going to be watching the Champions League quarterfinals and semi-finals and stuff. So
definitely, yeah.
Also, give Jimmy a bit of a break if he's a bit quiet and stuff. He's at work and still tuning in, so fair play to him. And yeah, also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I keep forgetting these live streams. Lunch break. Well, still in the office. But you know, I keep forgetting to mention this in my live stream, so please subscribe if you haven't already. I need to start mentioning this at the start. So subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like on this video. That will be massively appreciated. Of course, there will be plenty of other content coming. Even though I won't be able to cover the Everton game on Sunday, we'll talk about it on Monday probably. But I won't be able to cover it on Sunday. But still looking forward to that. Although I'm expecting a very difficult game after our trip to Kiev now, with you know, fatigue and stuff. What do you think of that? I've got you here, so I might as well ask you what you think of
that. Well, could you repeat that? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
If you are confident ahead of Everton on Sunday.
Oh, right. Well, we should be, right? I mean, that was a great performance yesterday.
That is true. All right.
You expect us. Is it going? Is it start?
Yes, the draw is just started. Napoli is the first team that was drawn. Let's see who Napoli will play. Don't be us. Don't be us. Don't be us. It's Arsenal.
I can live with that. Oh my God, that is, you know, honestly,
that is beautiful for us.
Bloody hell. We really have a chance of winning this now, you know that? I mean, there's nothing that could... Oh my God, this draw can only get better if we draw Prague now. Bloody hell.
All right, who's the next? Villarreal. As an easy game, for a sporting perspective, they would be good.
Arsenal never catching a break.
Yeah, I'm slightly nervous now, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Come on, who's the next one? I don't know who that guy is pulling the things, but he's taken ages. Villarreal Valencia. Might as well call it a derby.
Well, who do you say? Napoli or Arsenal? What do you think?
Interesting. I really don't know. I feel like Napoli, but probably Arsenal. So Benfica is now drawn. Let's see if that's going to be us. No, we've got Prague.
Bloody
because
hell.
Benfica just got Frankfurt.
Yay! I mean, this can't be... This couldn't have gone any better.
This really couldn't have gone much better. So now the question is, do we play at home first or away first? So if Prague are drawn first, where do we play first?
I think away.
Do we play away first then?
Yeah.
Ah, that's disappointing, isn't it? Not from a sporting perspective, but from a going there as an away day and the game mattering perspective. Yeah, I'm buzzing. Absolutely buzzing with that.
Can absolutely live with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just a train ride away here. That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. Well, away days here we come. Oh, this is good. This is good.
Just have to get some tickets again, isn't it?
That's true.
But we got Steve. That's all good.
Yeah, we got Steve.
Shout out to Steve.
Yeah, shout out to Steve and his new doodash. I did not expect that. You know, everyone was saying, "Oh, we're probably going to get Napoli," and what? Oh no, Arsenal got Napoli. Oh, this is quality. This is quality.
I've got to delete a tweet. I was confident that it was going to be Arsenal. Shit.
Quality. So now that the draw is over in that sense, let's get to some, you know, people that are watching, because obviously I haven't really been watching their chat as the draw has been going on. So what do we think, people? Oh yeah, actually, I've completely forgot the semi-final draw is happening as well. But let's figure that out first. So let's please not get Napoli or Arsenal in the semi-final. Let's do that in the final.
And that would be too good to be true. I mean,
winners of quarterfinal 2. That's not us. Or quarterfinal 4. So can we be the next one now, please? Because Arsenal is 1. Yes. Quarterfinal 1 against quarterfinal 2. So Arsenal would be in the final. And our quarterfinal, semi-final would probably be... Oh, will be one of Benfica or Frankfurt. Ah, it's class.
that.
Please give us Frankfurt in the semis.
That's 2 great away days. Jeez.
I don't even care. Imagine Benfica in April. Bloody Lisbon in April. Oh, bloody lovely.
Wow. Yeah. Couldn't have gone much better. Wow.
No, I'm very pleased.
I'm baffled at the moment. I can't believe this actually happened.
Did Roman pay someone off?
I mean,
he should pay the FIFA of, not UEFA. Stop us from
really. No, with all due respect to Slavia Prague, they did great yesterday, but we should beat them comfortably.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Benfica, Frankfurt, that's not bad at all.
I wouldn't mind either of them, but Frankfurt's just, again, it's a drive and it's just an incredible atmosphere.
Yeah.
Which makes things difficult as Chelsea, but...
Definitely.
And we would have the home right in the final. So we would be the home team in the final. Not that it makes a difference, but... If we get Napoli, we can play in blue.
I don't think Arsenal's going to get through Napoli, in all honesty.
Do you know? I wouldn't mind it. I mean, how do you think it would go between us and Napoli? Is it more of an advantage for us having Sarri, or is it more of an advantage for them knowing Sarri?
No, I think actually we'd have an advantage because Ancelotti plays his game. That's how he always does. But the thing is...
Well, so do we, let's be honest.
Yeah, but Sarri knows those players, perfectly. He knows their weaknesses, he knows their strengths. I'd say we'd have a slight psychological advantage. Not saying we'd definitely win, but I think we would have the upper hand in that regard. But they have, of course, the more cohesive squad or starting 11. So be a difficult tie, but it'd be a final. So bring them on.
Bring them on.
Anything can happen in the final. Where is it? Baku, right?
Yeah. Can't wait for a good trip to Baku.
Yeah, well, if you've got accommodations already ready, that's not bad, isn't it?
Yeah, that is true. That is helpful. You know who you are. Sort us out. Why are they running around with a phone, like paper cutout of a phone? Bloody hell.
But I do think that Arsenal will struggle in Italy. I think they will struggle against Napoli in Naples, while they'll beat them at home again. That's kind of the story this season, Fortress Emirates, as they call it nowadays.
Yeah, that's why I would have preferred it if Napoli played away first. That's why I feel like Arsenal might do it.
Yeah. Well...
Although I can't really imagine them winning because they already get their Black Panther masks out when they beat bloody Cross-On FC. So
yeah, it was pretty sad, but
yeah, Europa forever. That was racist. I do apologize.
But
I was just quoting a film. Sorry.
But you got to say, Frankfurt would be the less preferable draw from Benfica against them. In the form they are in, you're right about that because we were talking. But I would say Benfica has a very well-rounded squad. You never know with Frankfurt. If Jovic gets injured, that's basically it. While Benfica has quite a few good players. I mean, that's semi-final for at the moment. It's still got to beat Slavia Prague first, but Yeah.
I mean, I don't know Benfica that well. I mean, Jonas and a few of their players, but I don't watch them often enough to say how good they are. In all honesty, I do know a lot more about Frankfurt in that sense, if you get what I mean. So a bit tricky. Kajo Hizel, not sure how to pronounce your name, but you live in Prague. Well, if you want to have us stay at yours, just let us know, innit? You've got a spare sofa. I'm down.
Actually, it's similar to 2012 when we played against Sparta Prague, and I think that was also the quarterfinals before we got to the Europa League final.
Was that in
Was
the
it
quarter?
semis?
Surely not.
Yeah, we played against
No,
Sparta Prague.
no. Because I remember it was during the semesterferien midterm that we played there, and semesterferien are in February, so it can't have been the quarters.
Was it not quarters? Okay, but still, we played.
I might be wrong.
We played against them getting to the Europa League final, so it'd be very nostalgic doing the same again. It's
That is
written in
true.
the stars. Written in the stars.
You know what? Let me just go through it because I want to know now. So where is that then? Round of... I'm so confused. Chelsea, here we are. Now we had Prague in the round of 32, then Steaua in the round of 16. Quarterfinals was Rubin Kazan, and then semi-finals was Basel.
Right. Yeah, it's quite a long time ago nowadays.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. But yeah, Jimmy, I'm not gonna keep you any longer in your lunch break. Like I said earlier at the start of the stream, do check out his channel. I did forget to link his Twitter, but it's just Jimmy Final CFC, isn't it, on Twitter?
Yeah,
exactly. So check that out on Twitter. Give him a follow. Good man. Does know what he's on about when it comes to Chelsea and football in general. So do follow him. Thank you for coming on. Maybe we'll do this again soon. Maybe I'll be on your podcast soon. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, mate. Pleasure.
Good. Cheers. I'll just finish this stream off with a couple of questions that obviously you guys have put in here. And yeah, again, Jimmy, cheers for coming on and just do your thing. Perfect. So that was Jimmy. Again, subscribe to his channel. It's down in the description. Follow him on Twitter and all that good stuff. And yeah, here we are. Let's go through this chat. 112 people watching. Very nice. All of you, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe and drop a like on this video. That would be massively appreciated. So Kyle, what's going on? Are we staying at yours or what do you mean? Melinda Müller. Does anybody know when the fixtures are taking place? Well, pretty soon, I'm assuming. It's got to be pretty soon. Probably in like 3 weeks. So obviously now international break now, isn't it? And then probably not the week after, but the week after that, if that makes sense. All right, calm down, Nathan. We've not won the Europa League just yet. But Chelsea in the final is very likely. Mr. MP. Forgot your actual name, but Mr. MP, probably Chelsea in the final. That would be nice. Jonathan Owens, April 11th and April 18th. Well, off to Prague on April 11th then. My cat's outside. Probably going to start crying to come inside. Lovely. 11th of April. All right. At least I can drive. Don't have to book a flight, so that makes things a lot easier. Just have to get a ticket, really. But yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing with this draw. This is absolutely quality. Absolutely quality. Yeah, but Dean Smith is completely right. Good draw, but no overconfidence. Please, I completely agree. I'm just very happy with the good away day because I've been to Prague before. It is a quality city. Absolute quality. It's not too far. And I'm just really excited. I'm just really, really excited. But yeah, I don't really have much more else to say. I've never seen you on Twitter, Jonathan Owens. I do apologize. If you do follow me or tweet me regularly, I do apologize. Don't remember your handle. But if you don't follow me yet, do. And be interactive. I do reply to people on Instagram and Twitter because I'm nice like that. And I'm also just not that famous and don't have that many followers. But yeah, so do also follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Links are also down in the description. But yeah, I think that we're going to just leave it here. It's been around 25 minutes since we went live. So, no, actually, let's do until 1:30 my time, 12:30 UK time. If you have any questions, ask 2 or 3, answer 2 or 3 questions. Just ask them now obviously in the chat, and then I will answer them. And then obviously we'll leave it for today, and I'll see you probably again on Monday. Good man, Jonathan. Good man. Caio has really let me down here. First he's chatting, giving a large about living in Prague. Now I'm asking him to stay on his sofa. He's not here anymore. Not saying anything anymore. Oh, I mean, I do know a lot about football, yeah. Jonathan, but I don't know Slavia Prague's key players. I watched, the kind of goal zone, as they called it, on where I watched a thing of the later games yesterday. I didn't even forget. Didn't even remember who scored their goals, in all honesty. Would you prefer Arsenal or Napoli in the final? Oh, for sure, Napoli. Fuck Arsenal, fuck that. Because if we lose and Napoli win it, that's fine by me. But if we lose and Arsenal win it, I cannot stand that. So please, Napoli win and get to the final. Well, or whoever the other, no, let's do that. Like, I much appreciate that. Chelsea versus Napoli final, yeah, I hope so. I'm not sure whether I think so. Jimmy did or does think so. But yeah, I'm happy with it. What you say if we lose to Prague? If we lose to Prague, then fuck. But I would have had a good away day nonetheless. My cat is really, because it's a nice snowy day in Austria today. So my cat is like, can you let me in? I will do in a second, mate. Calm down. All right, can you ask some other questions but Arsenal or Napoli? Because we kind of heard that. Chelsea Villarreal would be my dream final. Yeah, Chelsea Villarreal would be a easy final in that sense. Yes, see, that's the spirit. Don Masebo. Imagine we get third in Europa League. That is what I'm on about. That's what we're going to do. Giroud will kill in Prague. Probably do. Abdul Job. Yes, I'm looking good. Thank you. Even though this side of my face is as white as a bloody, well, it's the wall behind me, and this side looks normal because light. Yeah. Yeah, the cat will wait. He's a very thick-coated cat. He will be fine. Yeah. Let's do one more question. Sorry. Laurenz, can you watch TL and EL on the zone in Austria? Yes, Melinda, I can, but let's do another question other than that, because no one else is going to get what I'm on about here. What are the chances of Man United beating Barcelona? Well, hopefully not particularly big chances, because I don't want English teams to do well. Some people do, I know. I'm not even English, so why on earth would I want other English teams to do well? I'm a Chelsea fan, not an English clubs fan or whatever. So I hope Barcelona go through, because, Ronaldo's kind of annoying me, so we need Messi to win the Champions League and Ballon d'Or so people understand that he's the best ever. But yeah, Ajax or Juve, I mean, surely Juve has to win that. If Ajax beat them, knock them out, fair bloody play to them, fair bloody play. But yeah, guys, we're going to leave it here. Obviously, very happy with the draw today. Chelsea against Slavia Prague in the quarterfinal. And then in the semi-final, we will get the winner of Benfica versus Eintracht Frankfurt. While Arsenal and Napoli were drawn against each other, facing one of Valencia or Villarreal in their semi-final, and which makes the biggest likelihood, I guess, being of a final being between Chelsea and Napoli or Arsenal. But again, don't underestimate either of Benfica or Eintracht Frankfurt, especially Eintracht Frankfurt. Don't underestimate either of them if we get to the semi-final. So the real Brickle asked about one question. But if you had to lose either Hazard or Kante, who would you rather lose? Hazard, because Kante really wants to be here, and Kante, really wants to be, and Hazard doesn't seem to be, that into staying. I mean, he loves it here. I'm not saying he disrespects the club by any stretch of the imagination, but he still wants to go to Madrid. I think we all know that is true. Whether he will is a different story, but for that reason, I would rather keep Kante out of the two. And also, I feel like there's less players like Kante than there are like Hazard. Hazard would be irreplaceable for us with the pulling power we have right now and the financial power we have right now. But Kante, even you could have the best pulling power and financial power in the world, you wouldn't get another Kante. So yeah, that's why. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a like on this live stream or on this video whenever you're watching this. Leave a comment once this video live stream has turned into a video on the draw. And you just leave your thoughts on it down in the comment section below. Yeah, follow me on my social media, Twitter and Instagram. The links to it are down in the description below. Last 15 to 7 on both of them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Up the Chelsea. Let's get to the final of the Europa League. Let's win the Europa League. And I'll probably see you on Monday, but at the end of the day, I shall see you when I see you.